Welcome to Council Connection. I'm Dick White, Mayor and Durango City Councilor. This program is designed to give you a snapshot of happenings at the most recent Durango City Council meeting. This time we look at the July 18th meeting. We began this meeting with the consent agenda, which is intended to allow the City Council by a single motion to approve matters that are considered routine or non-controversial. There's usually no separate discussion of these items unless a City Council member or a citizen requests an item to be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Councilor Chris Bettine did request removal of two items calling for public hearings August 1st on a special sales tax and excise tax on marijuana. He cited the defeat of similar proposals by Council 2 years ago, asking that the hearings not be rescheduled.
The issue one was put down in the original vote. I feel it unfairly targets one industry that creates jobs and a substantial portion of our tax revenue in the city already. This industry is already taxed at a 20% rate within our communities. These are issues you already know. But more importantly, I feel that we haven't exhausted our other tax potentials within our community or discussed them at length. We have other tax means to discuss, and I know those are harder issues with our Tabor laws hovering above us. But before we go through another round of public testimony and have the industry and the citizens and all of us debate this issue, I wanted to check us at this point, and it'd be my recommendation that we honor your original vote and move on and not agree to put this hearing in play.
I do believe in our democracy and letting the people in the community decide. Call me idealistic, but I think that's what our system is all about. And I think we have an opportunity to hear from people right here. And I think it is good. And as a new council person, I was not involved in those original decisions, but I agree with my fellow councilors that we have a lot of needs, and we need to have community discussion on the prioritization of those needs and how we can go best about meeting them.
After brief discussion, Council voted 4-1 to move forward and place the hearings on the August 1st Council agenda. During public participation, Lori Dixon of the Four Corners Office for Resource Efficiency discussed the success of their electric vehicle group purchase program, which saw 30 Nissan Leaf vehicles purchased locally, and Home H2O program, which offered residents an affordable price on new rain storage barrels or assistance in building their own. Next, resident Donna Mae Baca talked about a program of Durango Christian Church to partially address our community's homeless issues. Entitled, Give Us a Dirty Work, the program seeks to hire homeless to help beautify the central business district with donations from businesses to help pay workers. The program is part of a bigger effort by the church and will be managed and monitored by the church staff. There was one legislative public hearing on this agenda to consider changing the method used to measure the distance between marijuana businesses and nearby sensitive locations, such as schools and parks, from a straight line, or as the crow flies, to the most direct pedestrian route. Several members of the public spoke out against the change, some noting it could open the door to more marijuana businesses.
The Rocky Mountain High Intensity Drug Trafficking Area Impact Report, published in September of 2016, shows youth past month marijuana use increased 20% in the 2-year average since Colorado legalized recreational marijuana, compared to the 2-year average prior to legalization. In comparison, youth past month marijuana use declined 4% nationally. The report also shows that Colorado youth ranked #1 in the nation for past month drug usage, and that was 74% higher than the national average, compared to 39% higher prior to legalization.
City staff supported the straight line measurement, and councilors agreed by a 5-0 vote. There were also two quasi-judicial hearings. The first was a proposal to subdivide 2 lots at 1922 West 3rd Avenue and 295 West 19th Street into 3 smaller lots. One house currently there would remain with the 2 new houses built on the newly created lots. The development proposed by architect Tracy Reynolds was unanimously approved by council. The second hearing was to correct a boundary adjustment for land on Woodland Circle that came to light after the property owner began to dig into a hillside to build a garage and encroached on city open space. Uncertainty over the boundary was cited as a cause, and the boundary adjustment will occur once the property owner cleans up and shores up the area that was dug, allowing him eventually to build a garage. During council reports and actions, councilors discussed a recent tour they took of the Santa Rita Water Reclamation Facility construction site. Councilor Sweetie Marbury noticed that although the general contractor is based in Phoenix, more than a dozen area companies will be part of the $54 million project over the next 2 years, helping out our local economy. Several events you might find interesting are also coming up. The 82nd Annual Durango Fiesta Days, which recognize the heritage and flavor of our area, take place July 22nd to the 30th at various locations. Go to durangofiestadays.com for the complete schedule. And Music in the Mountains continues with concerts and more at the Big Tent at Purgatory and elsewhere through July 30th. See the complete schedule at musicinthemountains.com. Our next study session will be Tuesday, July 25th at 4 p.m. Among other items, we will discuss fire impact fees for Durango Fire Protection District services and capital improvements. Our next regular City Council meeting is Tuesday, August 1st at 6:30 p.m. And that's Council Connection for the July 18th Durango City Council meeting. I'm City Councilor and Mayor Dick White. Thanks for joining us, and remember, you can always contact your city councilors via email at citycouncil@durangogov.org.